As well, he tells us that God has given us God. He says, blessed be the God who has given himself to us. God has given himself to us, and I can't overstate this. I know sometimes when we come to God, we're like, I want a car that runs. I want a spouse that doesn't. God, here are all the things that I want from you. I want all these blessings from you. A car is great, a spouse is great, health is great, a job is great, but here's the greatest gift that's ever been given. What's the greatest gift you could give someone? Yourself. Your love, your life, your heart, your devotion, your commitment, your affection, to give yourself. It's why at a wedding, you know what happens? A husband and a wife, a bride and a groom, they'll come together on an altar. Everyone brings gifts except for the bride and groom. They don't bring gifts because they are the gift. A man is giving himself to a woman is giving herself to the man. The greatest gift we have to give is ourselves. God gave us God. That's amazing. A car is great, God's better. Health is great, God is better. Friends are great, God is better. A job is great, but God is better. And God gives us God. And this is where Paul gets so excited. So excited. He said, let's bless the God who's blessed us. Do you get that? Let's bless the God who's blessed us. The God who's given us himself, let's give ourselves to him. And this is the explosion of joy that he begins with. Now, some of you say, I have not seen this blessing of which you speak. At the unemployment office, my dumpy condo, and on the bus, I even looked under the seat. I found gum, not blessing. I don't see the blessing of which you speak. He says that the blessing is in the heavenly places. Some of the blessing comes here in this life, and there is blessing, to be sure, from God in this life, but much of it is stored up in heavenly places. And it's not because God is withholding it from us. He wants us to enjoy the blessings he has for us forever. So for the believer, this is as close to hell as you'll ever get. For the unbeliever, this is as close to heaven as you'll ever get. For the believer, your blessing awaits you forever. And for the unbeliever, there is no blessing awaiting you forever.
All right, we got Tick from L.A. Hello?
Or maybe not.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hey, Aaron, how are you? This is Dick Shades.
Who?
Dick Shades.
Okay. This is the
How
guy
are
that
you?
predicted that there was going to be nuclear bombs. According to the Bible,
Right.
there would be nuclear bombs used to seal the leak in the Gulf.
Right.
Okay.
It hasn't happened yet. So,
You're,
but anyway, I
you're
have a
calling
question
in
for
at the
you,
very end of the show, so you got to make it quick.
Okay.
Right. Can you tell me why you cannot accept the Bible as the evidence of God? Because the
God is
Bible-
better than the book.
the book
If
is
there was a
fiction.
God, if there was a
Fiction
God,
is based on something.
if
that
there
has
was a
to be
God, the Bible.
existing already.
Okay.
So-
The answer to your question, we're running out of time. If God existed, the book that you're talking about would be entirely different if there was a book at all.
Well, that's your opinion.
Okay.
So you got to tell me.
Hang
let's
on.
say Harry Potter. Let's say a spaghetti monster. You got to know spaghetti and monster to come up with spaghetti monster. Now you have God here. How can you write anything,
Sir?
It's really simple. Man, super. Done.
Yeah. And
Hey, look, Aaron's got more hair than me, so I can then imagine a being that has infinite hair. Hey, look, he runs faster than me. I can imagine a being that runs infinitely fast. There's nothing, this anthropomorphizing of a deity is nothing more than I'm an agent who can act and do this, and I look around and I see other agents who can act and do other things, and some of them do them better. I wonder if there's somebody who can do them perfectly. You act like this nonsense of you have to have these concepts in your head before, so therefore that proves that there's a God. No, because I have to have the concept of the unicorn in my head, and that doesn't prove that there's a unicorn.
There's also the requirement, again, of faith. If the book says you have to believe the book, or else we'll give you the greatest presents in the world if you believe it, and we'll threaten you with a threat worse than death if you don't believe it, and you have to have faith and believe us for no reason. I'm sorry, that doesn't cut it. And then when you come up with whatever else it's trying to extol, I mean, when we look through it, we find things that are wrong, things that don't match up, things that contradict each other. The book doesn't win. There's no evidence for God there. If there is a God, the God did not write the book.
Yeah.
And by the way, while I've got a few seconds left, if
You
I've
don't.
got it, I don't?
Go.
Okay.
Like five.
For those of you who are interested in this sort of thing, the League of Reason is on Blog Talk Radio or Blog Talk TV on Sundays just prior to this show every week.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back again next week, and you all be safe.
Psalm 63, 1 through 4. Psalm 63, 1 through 4.
Oh God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My body longs for you. In a dry and weary land where there is no water. Oh God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My body longs for you. In a dry and weary land where there is no water. Oh God, you are my God. I've seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and your glory. Because your love is better than life, my lips will glorify you. I've seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and your glory. Because your love is better than life, my lips will glorify you. I will praise you as long as I live, and in your name I will lift up my hands. Oh God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My body longs for you. In a dry and weary land where there is no water. Oh God, you are my God. I've seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and your glory. Because your love is better than life, my lips will glorify you. I've seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and your glory. Because your love is better than life, my lips will glorify you. I will praise you as long long as I live.